Just by looking at the video title, you probably knew what Nourish as an ability is. Nourish as a subsume is insanely popular, like insanely popular. It overtakes Subsume Raw by twice the number way before its nerf. It has 75% viral damage increase, 2x energy multiplier, though only inflicts 1 viral proc on its AoE pulse instead of 10 from Grendel's Nourish when attacked. Nourish provides viral damage and allows some impossible combinations when modded traditionally, while simultaneously provide great energy economy and a more than serviceable priming that is its AoE pulse. While now it's cut down to 45% viral and its energy multiplier to 1.6x, and it benefits certain frames like Rhino, it is still a very strong pick, more flexible and fixes more problems that you will encounter in your builds when compared with the likes of Subsume Raw and much more. But when it comes to overall damage increase, there's an ability that is above almost everyone. Not Satyrs Whisper, nor Eclipse, or even Pillage, Terror Strike, or even Research. None of it. Nourish wasn't even close even with pre-nerf stats. This subsumable ability is now criminally underrated. It provides corrosive procs without needing to mod for it, applying viral procs at a light speed pace that Subsume Nourish can't even get you if you wish to invest. It also provides 160% to 240% base damage due to condition overload. And with 2 emerald shards, you can even make this ability arm strip at will. And many had the audacity to rate it C tier on Warframe. I once made a video about Tempest Barrage with Rhino, but I was yet to realize its full potential. Casting Tempest Barrage will cause Barrage to be rained down, obviously, in a fixed 10 meter radius, and when it contacts with something, it will explode and hit enemies within 5 meters around it, and this range can be increased further by ability range. It costs 25 energy to cast and lasts at base 10 seconds that scales with ability duration. Deals 300 corrosive damage with a set 100% chance to apply a corrosive stack. Now, why is Tempest Barrage broken? Where is the viral procs you mentioned? Have you heard about an augment called Viral Tempest? It allows Tempest Barrage to have 100% chance to apply a viral status as well. And you know what is funny about this? That percentage actually scales with power strength. This means that 300% strength allows each salvo explosion to just apply 3 viral procs immediately, and look just how fast it can reach 10 viral. Not even the funny viral spreader pad is this fast. As previously mentioned, you can even full strip with this ability on top of those damage increases. But this is not the main reason why you should choose this over Nourish for damage. The reason you want to use Tempest Barrage is because of a concept that I bet many of you just doesn't give a f about when modding your weapons, and that is elemental distribution. Elemental distribution is a concept where the chance of you applying that status is counted, which is respective elemental percent like gas damage divided by total damage on the weapon times status chance percent, and you will get a percentage of the chance that a respective proc will be applied. It is a simple concept, but many seems to not care about it. Why is it important? Say you have modded 150% hit and 120% viral. Assume that your weapon has 100% status chance and has a base 100 impact damage. You will have 100 impact, 150 hit and 120 viral, totaling to 370 damage. Assume that hit is the proc you wanted the most. With the previous formula, you will have a 40.54% chance to apply a hit status from each bullet, and 32.43% chance for viral, and 27.02 for impact. As you can see, the chance for hit procs are quite low. Everyone is trying to get proc, and you only have that much bullet. too much viral and you will lose significant amount of damage due to way lesser hit procs. And too little viral causes it to be nearly useless due to significantly lower proc rate. Nourish is famous for causing way too many problems for elemental distribution. Even a typical corrosive weapon that focuses on armor stripping with 2 corrosive shards can easily be ruined by just getting yourself way too many viral damage, because now viral also want to be proc by the weapon, lowering the speed of said armor strip and requires the player to strike that perfect balance. Tempest Barrage has no such weakness. Why? With viral and corrosive fully outsourced and using that same situation mentioned earlier, but now with viral removed from the weapon itself. Yes, the total damage of the weapon is lower to 250, but now hit is now able to be applied 60% of the time per bullet instead of 40.5%. On top of 2 status for condition overload for even more damage and added corrosive and way faster viral procs that will boost the damage of the hit ticks even further. This in return will allow way better modding freedom, as you don't need to worry about electricity or blast procs or any ticks proccing way too little or gas not proccing on your heavy hitting weapon much. It allows you to fully focus on the status that you care the most. Example will be blast status, where your typical build tubers may have been dick riding on and not have it distracted by other procs that is just as important, like viral from Nourish or modded corrosive. This is why you should use Tempest Barrage over Nourish when it comes to damage. It allows tons of freedom from your daily weapon modding and provides way better damage increase with relatively low trade-offs. You don't even need to cast a lot. Speaking about Nourish, oh no! Emeralistic tries not to talk about Rhino on a channel that focuses on Rhino? Ain't no way! For real though, why? Rhino is a frame who likes to go raw DOT build without any distraction the most, and this pushes this very idea even further. Now it makes any weapon that can apply DOTs become insanely overpowered. And look at this raw hit or Q core, feel millions of dot damage all over the place like you're eating some intangible breakfast. Not only that, raw exists and it just becomes a full-on new ability if you actually care to. Could you imagine that this is from an ability that deals 300 corrosive damage at base? For Rhino, Tempest Barrage is just a way superior choice when compared. It even allows you to mod as much strength as you like to, and zero worries about elemental distribution because more strength equals more chance for 4 viral procs instead of 3, and more damage for Tempest to nuke his enemies better. It is easy to assume that I will say Nourish is just bad, but in reality, not really. Tempest Barrage provides way more damage and freedom of modding, but it requires an augment to get the viral, and it is way more casting heavy than just clicking a button for every 25 seconds or more. If you just don't want this kind of playstyle, Nourish is still a good pick. But if you are okay having a casting focus style, this will fit you well, I suppose. It has line of sight on its salvo as it explodes after having contact with any surface, which can be a problem for a selected few tile sets, but it should be fine for the rest. At the end of the day, just pick whatever you want lol. This video is just me shining a light on Tempest Barrage, and it is way more underrated than it should be. See you all next time, goodbye!